Raise your hand if you have eaten fast food in the past week. Now raise your hand again if you paid attention to the nutritional information provided by these restaurants and took that information into consideration. The fast food industry has created a worldwide empire that appeals to people of all ages, nationalities, and social classes. Its convenience, fast service, and low prices are what attract people to these establishments. Food addictions and obesity are serious problems throughout the world, and the fast food industry has played large roles in intensifying these issues. It is not shocking news that the food being served at these restaurants are unhealthy, but people often overlook this. This lack of care for what people are eating significantly contributes to people's obesity. The fast food industry has grown considerably in the past 45 years, occupying almost every corner of the United States and being located in nearly every country worldwide. According to Brooke Atkins from Food is Power, in 1970, the industry made $6 billion a year in the United States, but now the industry brings in more than $170 billion in revenue annually. This surge in the fast food industry has altered the world's eating patterns and has been a leading cause in the obesity epidemic. An overwhelming amount of people struggle with obesity and food addictions on a daily basis. According to Jennifer Marks, almost 2/3 of all adults are overweight or obese, which is more than twice of the amount in the 1970s. The fast food industry has invaded media, constantly tempting people with their convenient and fast food. This food is high in sugar, fat, and calories, but lacks the nutrients that are necessary to keep a person full, which also often causes people to overindulge in these foods. Various governments have attempted to help people to make healthier choices in recent years. Eric Schlosser, an investigative journalist known for his many books and articles on fast food, pointed out that in 2010, new regulations were passed that required fast food restaurants with more than 20 branches to display the nutritional information to customers. This effort to help people make better choices when eating fast food seems to have failed. Scientists have begun to pay more attention to food addictions in recent years. According to researchers from Food Addicts Anonymous, studies have shown that the same pleasure and reward centers of people's brains that are activated by drugs such as heroin and cocaine can also be activated by certain foods. The reward and pleasure that addicts get from eating this food is often overrides signals that tell the person that they are full. Food addictions is a serious issue that not enough people take into consideration. According to Katie Braunwell, an American scientist, professor, and internationally renowned expert on obesity, the food industry and government encourage people to exhibit more personal responsibility in order to deal with the obesity epidemic. They think people need to make healthier choices, show self-control, and stop overeating. These things sound good in theory, but they fail to take into consideration that new discoveries show that certain foods are biologically addictive. Industrial-made foods contain high amounts of processed fat, sugars, and salt, all of which can be biologically addictive. It is extremely difficult to tell a drug addict to simply stop taking that drug. So telling a food addict to show more self-control and stop overeating does not work. Alcohol is not needed to stay alive, so an alcoholic is not forced to ingest their drug on a daily basis, while food addicts are forced to eat their drug in order to just stay alive. This is part of the reason that food addictions are so difficult to treat. The fast food industry chemically alters food to make them more biologically addicting. In the movie Super Size Me, Morgan Spurlock ate 3 supersized meals from McDonald's every day for a month. Spurlock threw up almost immediately after eating his first supersized meal. As time went on, his body adjusted to the type of food that he was ingesting, and by the end of the month, it was clear that he was addicted to these foods. His doctors constantly urged him to stop eating these foods because of the risk associated with it, including high cholesterol, heart issues, and the inability to have kids, and so many other issues. He was exhausted, depressed, and irritable at times, except when he was eating the fast food. This is the same behavior experienced by a drug addict or alcoholic, leading his doctors to state this food is addictive. The fast food industry has impacted people worldwide in such a unique way, resulting in numerous negative consequences to society, the biggest of these consequences being obesity and food addictions. We must make significant changes to our eating habits if we want to help the obesity epidemic and issues with food addictions. If these changes are not made, then we will never recover. Thank you.